Miss Peregrine's Peregrine's Peregrine's? I don't know. Hello guys, today what I'm going to be doing is my first ever book haul, and I'm really excited because it is a doozy. I have spent a lot of money on books lately. The past week I've bought tons of books, and I can't wait to show you all of them because I'm super excited. So the first place that I got books from is this used bookstore in my town, and it's super small and you can get books super cheap, and I love going there. It's just super fun and has great atmosphere, and I just love it. And I found these and I was really excited because I haven't read this series yet and I really want to. And that's the Insurgent and Allegiant books. They didn't have Divergent, but that's okay because I may have gotten that at another store. So I got these two, and they're really good condition hardback books, and I was really excited because it's hard to find good condition hardback books for cheap. So I got these. Oh, gotta find somewhere to put them. And I got a copy of The Book Thief, and I haven't read this yet, but one of my friends says that it's great, so I'm excited to read it, and this book is in great condition. Like I said, all these books are used, but they're all still really nice. And I got the Shatter Me, the first book in the Shatter Me series, and I'm really excited because it sounds really freaking cool, and I've heard really good things about it, so I'm excited to read this. And I also got Hollow City, which is the second book in the Miss Peregrine's? I don't know. The second book in the series. I haven't actually read the first one, but I found this, but I figured since everybody really likes the series and this book was super cheap, and I figured why not? I mean, if I don't like it, I can always take it back there, you know? The next book I got is called Burn for Burn. I actually hadn't heard of it, but I saw it on the shelf and the spine looked cool, and I was like, okay, let's see what this is about. And it's kind of like a revenge kind of thing, high schooler revenge thing, and it sounds super cool, and I'm excited to read it. Also got the first book in the Vampire Academy series because I haven't read that. I'm behind on my series, and I thought it looked good. So, next thing I got was Between Shades of Grey, and I've heard good things about this book too, and I'm excited to read it, and I'm excited about all these books. I'm such a nerd. Oh gosh. Where's that? Okay. The next thing I got is another series, or I think it's the first two books. It's The Summer I Turned Pretty and It's Not Summer Without You books. I think The Summer I Turned Pretty is the series, and I'm excited because I've heard good things about this, and I've heard good things about this author, and I'm just excited to see how it goes because she has other series that if I like these books, then I'd probably be inclined to read those as well. Also got the first book in the City of Bones series because I haven't read this. The TV show looks good. I know that's not the best way to go about it, but I've heard really good things about this series, and the cover is really cool looking, and so I decided to get that too. Also got this. It's Fire with Fire. I don't think I realized this, but well, I did realize it when I bought them, but Burn for Burn and Fire with Fire go together. They're actually both by Jenny Han, which is the author of The Summer I Turned Pretty, so I'm hoping that these are going to be good. I haven't actually heard of these, so I'm hoping that they're going to be good, even though I haven't really heard about them. But they look really good. They're like that revenge kind of thing, so whatever, we'll see. And the last book I got from this store is called Wither, and I thought the cover was pretty cute, pretty interesting looking, and it sounds pretty cool. It it's like you know exactly when you're gonna die, and I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. So I got all of those books for $13. All of those hardback, popular new books for $13. Mind blowing. I love that store. I could spend all day there. Okay, so the next thing is I just got back from New York City, one of my favorite places ever, and of course I visited some bookstores while we were there. I went to the Barnes& and Noble, which is right by our hotel, and I went to the Strand, which if you have not heard of the Strand, you need to look it up because it is a fabulous bookstore, 18 miles of books, and it was like heaven, and I can't believe I've never heard of it before until I saw it on a review video, and I absolutely loved it. Okay, so first, what I'm going to do is what I got from Barnes& and Noble, because I went there first, and I'm just going to go in order. And the first book that I got there is the Delirium, first book in the Delirium series by Lauren Oliver, and I've heard good things about this series, and it's about like where love has been declared dangerous and it's outlawed, and it just sounds cool, so I'm excited to read this. I also got this book called The Outliers. I actually saw a thing on Epic Reads about this book. It wasn't really like a book trailer, but it was just them kind of talking about the plot, and it sounded really, really interesting, and I'm just really excited to read it. This book is called The Cellar, and it's about this girl who gets kidnapped, and it's kind of, it just sounds good. I don't know. I buy books because they sound good. And I got this book called The List, and it's a list about, there's 2 girls picked from each grade every year before homecoming. One's the prettiest, one's the ugliest, and it's about that. So, and then I got Divergent because I was like, everybody loves this series, and if I got the last 2 books, I need the first one to start reading it. So I got this. It's not hardback like the rest of them, but hardbacks are expensive when you don't buy them used. So, and the last book that I got from Barnes & Noble is called Down with the Shine, and it's about this family that has like a moonshine thing in their family, and the person's like grandparent or something always told them that the moonshine was like, you know, really special, and they felt that it meant just like a family thing, but actually the moonshine makes wishes come true, and the grandkid the main character takes this to a party, and everybody drinks it, and he gets everybody to make wishes, not thinking that it's an actual thing, and then everybody's wishes come true. Some are bad, some are good, and it just sounded really interesting. So, and the covers were gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So, I'm excited to read this. Okay, so that's all I got from Barnes & Noble, and finally, The Strand. So, I love this place. When I got there, they had all these books outside that were like $2. Then like you could go through and read them and look and see what they were like. And I actually got Peak by Roland Smith. And this isn't like a young adult book. It's actually like for like younger. I read it in 5th grade. We had to read it for school, and I really, really, really liked it, and I just think it's a really good book. It's about this kid named Peak, and he gets the opportunity to climb Mount Everest with his dad, who hasn't really been present in his life, so it's a really good story, and I was like, $2, heck yeah. So, got that, and I got this book called Dream Things True. I actually need to take the stickers off of these. That's gross. But it's almost like a Romeo Juliet kind of thing, but it's about these 2 teens that are in love, and one of them is an immigrant, like an illegal immigrant, and she faces deportation, and it, like the like little oh my god, whatever you call it, on the inside, I was like already almost crying. So this one, I feel like it's gonna be a tearjerker. The next book I got is by an author that I'm really, really high-key obsessed with, and I read all of his books. I actually just took the sticker off. It's called Party Games by R.L. Stine. It's a part of the Fear Street series. I am obsessed with Fear Street. If you could see behind me, I actually don't think you can see them, but like I have tons of old Fear Street novels by R.L. Stine because they are awesome. Like they're not like the Goosebumps where they're like so completely like can't happen, like monsters and goblins and stuff, but because the Fear Street series is actually with normal people, and I mean it has like serial killers, and I mean it does have paranormal things, but it's more of a, it's not so unrealistic. Like they're pretty creepy, and if you've never read a Fear Street novel, I recommend that you read them because they're great. And I saw this and I was like, I need it in my life. So got that. And then if you may have seen me review the first book in this series, or whichever the book that accompanies this, I don't really know. Sorry, I'm taking a sticker off. Okay. It's called Burn. It's the second book in the Four Sisters series, and the first book was Stray. You may have seen my review for that, but this book is from another person's point of view, and I'm not really sure how I'm going to feel about it, but I think it's going to be good. It'll be interesting. And I also, while I was on Strand, I got this like little postcard. I don't know if you can, it's a picture of somebody holding up a poster that says "Why" with peace signs and John Lennon's picture on it, and I was like, I'm obsessed because I am Beatles obsessed, and I need a life. And then they are amazing people at the Strand, and they gave me all of these bookmarks for free, and I love the Strand. If I lived in New York, I would not have money for food because I would spend all of my money at the Strand. But it was great. The Strand was huge. Like, go there. That's like, should be like a bucket list thing for all book nerds. Go to the Strand. It is amazing. Okay, well, that's all of my books. That was a lot, but now my list of books that I have to read just keeps getting longer and longer. But that's okay, and hopefully my next video will be a review. I started reading the selection on the plane to New York, and I really like it. I'm about halfway through, and a lot of people say it's kind of like it's like The Bachelor, and they didn't like it, but I love it so far. It's pretty good, and I'm excited to see what happens with it, so hopefully that'll be my next video, a review of the selection. So, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Go to the Strand. I recommend it. And if you haven't read R.L. Stine, read R.L. Stine. Okay, so that's it. Bye, guys. See you next time. Like, subscribe, comment if you liked it. Subscribe, comment if you liked it, and just let me know what you think. So, bye. Also, I know I said bye already, but if you have read any of the books that I mentioned in my book haul, and I would like to know what you guys think about them, just, so if you're like, oh my god, Brooke, that book was fabulous, then I'll be like, okay, I'm going to read that next because I want to read fabulous books. So, if you've read any of the books that I talked about, then let me know what you thought about them. If they were good, yes, no, maybe, let me know. I want to hear from you guys. So, alright, so until next time, bye for real this time. Bye!